Welcome to BBUCKERT24's eBay break. This is a half case of 2014 Bowman football. This is a sealed case from our distributor. I'm going to go ahead and show you the case, and I'm going to pick out 5 boxes by rolling the dice. So hopefully this case is loaded. The other half of this case will be ending tomorrow night on eBay. So make sure to check that out. Then we got my handy dandy dice with different color letters. And we're talking about this thing is ancient. This is probably like 50 years old. No lie. That thing's been around a long time. It's been around as long as Brad. And let me tell you, that is old. Brad is the owner of Case Rippers, in case y'all want to know who I'm picking on. That's Brad. Alright, we're going to number them like this in the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, can't write. 9 and 10. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to figure out the 10 part. Underline my 6. Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Let me go get me another dice. Actually, I think I'll have to find 2 more dice. Alright, that was my single dice. Now we're going to go with my 2 dice. Now, I know what you were saying as soon as you said it. Alright, here we go. We got number 6. There's number 6. We're going to put that to the side. Well, on top of the box. There it is up there. Let me underline that 9 too while I'm at it. Alright. That's 10. Stack them up right there. What's up, Eric? Trying not to look retarded doing this. Oh, that's 6, so let's roll again. There's 8. Don't think we're gonna even mess with the left side. That's 11. That won't work. What about 1? You want case box 1? Yeah, we'll do 1. Okay, there's 1. And 1 more. 1 more dice. That's 1. And 3. Alright, that was too much work for a person that had a heart attack 2 weeks ago. I think I'll take a nap. 12 is 2. So, I thought somebody said 1. Yeah, I just pulled out one of the dice. Made it easier. Yeah, he said he wanted 1. Alright, we're done. Now we can break. Yeah. That works. Doesn't matter. We got it done. And they're all numbered, so there you go. That's why I don't like doing half casers. I always do full casers. I prefer to always do full case breaks. These are like Bowman Chrome jumbo packs. Alright. Good luck, everybody. We got some color. I'll just go through this slow since I've never opened this product before. Stick the base to the side. We got a red to 199 of Odell Beckham for the Giants. Nice card. Okay. And I told y'all he was lucky. Orange refractor autograph of Carlos Hyde, 13 of 50 for the San Francisco 49ers. That is an incredible looking card, man. And if you're going to get one graded, that one looks pretty good. That is sick. Okay. We got a Vernon Davis. I think that's numbered. And a Bryn Renner for the Broncos. And we have a mini, and I believe that's Dion Bailey. That's a pretty nice thing card. Dude's been running like crazy in preseason. Of course, it's preseason, but still. Nice hit. And of course, if anybody's curious, I ship all base. Now we have a Trey Millard. Anybody have any clue who that goes to? And look through these. Torrey Smith and Christian Jones. I believe he's the Bears to 199. And a mini of Jason Morrow. That's for the Jets. 49ers? Oh my goodness. Really? Is that seriously the 49ers? Craziness. There's a Teddy Bridgewater on top. We got a Frank Gore die cut for the 49ers. That's a 49ers case so far, isn't it? DeMarco Murray and Anthony Johnson, and a mini of Greg Robinson for the Rams. Good roll on the dice. Okay, thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. All right, we got a gold paper of Blake Bortles. That's numbered 267 of 399 for the Jags. Got a Ladarius Perkins for the Packers. Black foil. And an Andre Ellington Ice. Followed by a Sammy Watkins Mini for the Bills. Now we have a Cody Hoffman once again. Tell me who that belongs to. That'll be helpful. It's a refractor auto, which they all are. We have a mini of Bradley Roby for the Broncos. Fitzgerald and Anthony Barr foils. Barr is for the Vikings. Skins. Okay. Dang, Tom. And an autograph of Cyril Richardson, the offensive lineman. And a Coney Ealy, Panthers. Got a Cyril, okay, he's the Bills. Cyril Richardson and Alfred Morris black foil. I meant to write that down on the other. Oh. No, that's not Bills. Hold on one second. Yeah, of course, the one we need. I don't know what's going on in my hand. I got a dry spot. Got an orange paper back there. We got a blue Ha Clinton Dix to $4.99 for the Packers. And we got a jersey card of Terrence Williams for the Cowboys. Have a Connor Shaw red foil to $1.99. A Richard Sherman foil for the Seahawks. There you go. And a James Wilder for the Bengals mini. And a Pierre Paul orange 6 of 50 for the Giants. Nice card. What's that? Oh my God for? Oh yeah, you like that, huh? You got you something. Hey, but it's a PC card. That always makes it worth a little bit more. It's cute at least. Who are you looking for? Richardson? You should have seen the patch I pulled of him in an Inception break. It was nasty, man. 4 colors. Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots. Arthur Lynch for the Dolphins. Des Bryant for the Cowboys. And a mini of Aaron Colvin for the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the Jets, Taj Boyd black foil. A Deshaun Jackson for the Eagles silver ice. Taylor Hart for the Eagles mini. And the last pack of box one. Got a Cam Newton die cut. Darqueze Dennard for the Bengals. Cam Newton for the Panthers. And a Stephen Morris for the Jaguars mini. There's a Paul Richardson gold to $3.99 for the Seahawks. An Ahmad Dixon auto. Let me know who that is. A Gabe Jackson for the Raiders. And Adrian Peterson for the Vikings. Cowboys, okay. And a Hubbard mini for the Packers. Who this kid, Ahmad Dixon? I'm telling you, you ought to read a little bit on that kid. What was his name? Nordy pulled one of the autos. He played at Georgia. It was a running back. We got a mini auto of TJ Fedoritz. For Fedorowicz or something like that. Anyway, it's 56 of 99. Any help on that would be nice too. There's the name. Texans. Nice. You got a Brandon Coleman for the Saints. I don't know why the minis and the autos refuse to put their names on them. There's a Zach Stacy for the Rams and a Josh Huff for the Eagles. Yes, I'm writing backwards. We got an Alshon Jeffrey for the Bears, die cut. And Antonio Richardson for the Vikings. A mini of Jerome Smith for the Falcons. And a Matt Ryan for the Falcons. Ah, shoot. I actually had some unsold teams I did not go over. Crap. Falcons, Ravens, Colts, and Chargers. If anybody wants to pick them up to add to their order for $5. A Jay Samara for the Jets. Jordan Cameron Silver Ice for the Browns. And Antonio Andrews for the Titans. Falcons, Ravens, Colts, and Chargers. You'll take them all? Okay. Let me put that down. Got them, Eric. All right, I will. George Atkinson III. Wasn't he Notre Dame? Marquise Lee, black foil for the Jags. Robert Heron for the Buccaneers. Patrick Willis for the 49ers. Yep, Notre Dame. So where's this guy? Brad? George Atkinson? I mean, I can look tomorrow. Raiders. Shut open. I think that's a red auto coming up, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be numbered to 25. Nope. Mike Davis, wide receiver out of Texas. Kyle Van Noy for the Lions. All right. I mean, I can always Google this. Peyton Manning. Charles Sims for the Buccaneers mini. Okay. So he's with the Raiders, Chaz? I think you're right. You are right, sir. Atkinson's for the Raiders, too. Yeah, both of those were Raiders. Thank you, fellas. I appreciate it. Bishop Sankey. He is for the Titans. To $2.99. Good back. Here comes a relic of Prince Amukamara for the Giants. Trent Murphy for the Redskins foil. Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Pirates. Zach Mettenberger for the Titans. Well, hopefully it'll turn out to be a good one. And a Jamal Charles die cut for the Chiefs. And Ahmad Dixon for the Cowboys. Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers. And Alan Hearns for the Jaguars. So, are you hooked on football now after hitting an orange auto? Tom? Ed Stinson, gold paper to $3.99 for the Cardinals. Jeremy Hill, silver ice for the Bengals. And Andre Johnson, well, what is that? 24 of 50 for the Texans. It's like an orange foil. Nice card. Anthony Johnson for the Dolphins mini. You bought Falcons, Ravens, Colts, and Chargers. And that was better than the boy you were wanting. Although Trey is a good football player. Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Antonio Brown for the Steelers. And a Bishop Sankey mini for the Titans. This stuff is going to be fun to sort. I love the lots of autos part. You know that. I'll verify everything before I ship it too, just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure you guys are dead on all that. Ladarius Perkins. We saw him earlier. Refractor auto. Charles Sims for the Bucks. Pierre Garcon for the Redskins. Taj Boyd for the Jets. I can't remember who his is either. If anybody figures it out, I'll write it on there. Marion Grice. Auto. And Kareem Martin, numbered to $3.99 for the Cardinals. Tyler Eifert for the Bengals. Ryan Shazier for the Steelers. Packers. GB. I'm wondering if half of these guys are even on a team right now. I bet you are. There's a Johnny. Let me flip these rookies over. Will Sutton, Christian Jones, a green Ryan Grant to 99 for the Redskins. And there's a Derek Carr. A Matt Forte die cut for the Bears. A Taylor Lewin for the Titans. CJ Spiller for the Bills. And Christian Jones for the Bears mini. We got a blue of Victor Cruz to 99 for the Giants. Dude, it's been one of the longest lucky runs I have ever seen anybody going through. Hageman, Andre Williams, Carlos Hyde, David Fales. Figured you might want to hear the rookie names. Ryan Shazier for the Steelers. That's numbered to 499. Ty Hilton, Silver Ice for the Colts. Yeah, Trey Mason for the Rams. There's your big Trey Mason. Yeah. Robert Heron for the Bucks. Jordan Matthews, Eagles. Lachey Seastrunk for the Redskins. Jadavion for the Texans. He had one heck of a game last night. Clinton Dix, gold refractor, 36/75, and I know that's the Packers. If that's not right, please let me know. Bradley Roby for the Broncos. Jordy Nelson, Packers. And an Austin Jenkins for the Bucks. I don't even try to say that middle name. So we've hit an orange and a gold so far. And we hit us a blue. These things have lots of color, so I don't suspect the second half to have a lack of color either. So Bryce for the Chargers, Cooks for the Saints, Drew Archer for the Steelers, Kareem Martin for the Cardinals. A Devin Street autograph. Tomorrow. And the break is tomorrow night too. Calvin Noy for the Lions. Matt Forte for the Bears. David Fales for the Bears. That's a mini. Any clue on Devin Street? Street is Cowboys. Got an orange something coming up. Logan Thomas, Aaron Donald, Dante Moncrief, Sammy Watkins. Got a jersey of Eric Decker for the Broncos. And Antonio Richardson to $2.99 for the Vikings. A mini of Tommy Rees for the Redskins. And a Deion Jordan for the Dolphins. Trey Millard, Jace Amaro, orange to $2.99 for the Jets. Cyril Richardson, Bills. Zach Mettenberger, Titans. Got a Peyton Manning die cut for the Broncos. A Dominique Easley for the Patriots. Cecil Shorts for the Jags. And a Eric Ebron for the Lions. Anthony Thomas, Trey Mason, Cody Hoffman, and Rajon Neal. Got a silver ice of Connor Shaw, the man. Charles Clay for the Dolphins. CJ Mosley for the Ravens. Aaron Colvin for the Jags. Chris Smith for the Jags. Ryan Shazier for the Steelers. And orange Christian Jones, I believe that's to $2.99 for the Bears. Deshaun Jackson for the Eagles, die cut. Damian Williams for the Dolphins. We got a Darqueze Dennard for the Bengals. And Clay Matthews for the Packers. Almost custom set the Bears. Cody Hoffman, Rajon Neal, Jackson Jeffcoat, Mike Davis. Yep, Raiders. Damian Williams, that's for the Dolphins, pretty sure. Connor Shaw, black foil. EJ Manuel, black foil. And Carlos Hyde, mini for the 49ers. What was his name again? Let me look. I'll look it up. It will take me 2 seconds to find this. Darius Perkins. Green Bay Packers. Damian Williams, I believe, was a Dolphin, but I'm going to make sure. I guess the Dolphins. Alrighty, we can move on. Sorry about writing on the top loaders, but I'm sure you guys will probably replace them anyway. Chris Smith. I don't even know why I put that there. Deion Buchanan to 299 for the Cardinals. Johnny Manziel. Stephen Morris. Maybe we're getting closer. We do have a brown autograph. Connor Shaw. That's for you, Ben. Robert Herron to 199 for the Buccaneers. Ryan Tannehill for the Dolphins. Kareem Martin for the Cardinals. James White, Ebron, Reese, and Bailey. Reggie White, die cut for the Colts. Jerome Smith for the Falcons. Doug Martin for the Bucks. And Deion Buchanan for the Cardinals. Well, you never know. Shaw might end up being better than him. So you might end up being happy with that. Evans, Exum, Sutton, and Jones. Got a Andre Williams blue to $4.99 for the Giants. DeAndre Hopkins silver ice for the Texans. Kadeem Carey for the Bears mini. Shaw, to me, is a really good athlete. I watched him for 4 years at Carolina, and he should be playing somewhere. Honestly, I always thought he would be a great slot receiver in the NFL. Trey Millard to $4.99 for the 49ers. Carr, Grice, and Cooks. Jerome Smith auto. Xavier Grimble for the Giants. Tyrann Mathieu for the Cardinals. Derek Carr, Raiders. Let me fix my stacks of cards. I don't blame you. I've been buying him a little bit just because I watched him for so long. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's got a lot stronger arm than a lot of people think. Good at throwing the deep ball. Robinson, Renner, Hubbard, and Saunders. One thing about Shaw is he's just a winner. He just always has been. Arthur Lynch, auto. Lamarcus Joyner. We have a Drew Archer for the Steelers. Lamar Miller. Smith is Falcons. Yeah, you already read that one. What about Arthur Lynch? Dolphins. Dolphins have had a good break. Jarvis Landry, Michael Sam, Solid Shred, Will Sutton for the Bears to $3.99. Got an Andy Dalton jersey for the Bengals. Rashad Hageman to $4.99 for the Falcons. Michael Crabtree for the 49ers. Scott Critton for the Vikings. I know, I've got to pull some Seahawks. Yeah, he's a huge Crabtree fan, I bet. Smallwood, Andrews, Clinton Dix, Purifoy. Couldn't stand that guy in college. He's a good player, that's why. T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. Gabe Jackson for the Raiders. Alshon Jeffrey for the Bears. Marion Grice for the Chargers. So who are you guys' college football teams? Let's hear it. Drew Archer, Aaron Donald, Logan Thomas, Kareem Martin. I'm betting Chaz is Oregon. He needs to practice tip drill. LaShawn McCoy die cut for the Eagles. Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. Cordarrelle Patterson to 99 for the Vikings. College sucks. Stephon Tuitt for the Steelers. I love college football. You will never see me list a break for a Saturday. During that time of year. Moncrief, Watkins, Colvin, Shazier. Darquise Denard for the Bengals. Drew Brees for the Saints. Morgan Breslin for the 49ers. Yeah, I always send everything. Oh, only send you rookies? You'll have to send me a message on Facebook. I mean on eBay. Otherwise, I will never remember that. Auburn? Oh man, you're out of my break. Somebody ban him. Ban Tom. UVA isn't too bad. Did I pull a Grice auto? Yes. There it is. Anna Perkins. And a Mike Davis who... Did we ever figure out who that was? Yeah, I bet you did jump on that bandwagon last year. I think so. We need a big name here. Allen Hearns, Dixon, Matthews, Nix. Somebody I recognize would be really nice. And you ask and you shall receive. Andre Williams for the Giants. What a beautiful auto. Nice card, Eric. I think you got the Giants. Clinton Dix to $2.99 for the Packers. Geno Smith for the Jets, of course. Jeff Coat for the Seahawks. You know you got to be happy about that, Chaz. He's just happy to see a Seahawk pulled. Oh, is he? I had nothing to do with that. Usually when I pull their cards, they become superstars. I'm sorry. Okay. Andre Williams, blue paper to $4.99 for the Giants. Got a Aberdarius, Damian Williams, CJ Fedorowicz. Too many vowels and nouns and all that shit. Kenny Steele, Saints. Okay, I'll always confirm this before I ship, buddy. I'll get it right. Marshawn Lynch, Jeff Matthews, and a Xavier Grimble for the Giants. One-on-one. Johnny Manziel, Stephen Morris, James White, Tommy Rees. Bradley Roby. Didn't I say 49ers for him? Kadeem Carey, Bears. Maurice Drew for the Jaguars. That is numbered to 75. Broncos, Roby. Falcons, Jake Matthews, mini. Lynch is going to be in prison soon. Who? Lynch who? Marshawn Lynch? Or who? Arthur Lynch? There's a few of them. All of them? Wow. What'd he do? Don't think I saw the news on him or if it's old. Ebron, Robinson, Bailey, Renner. Eric Ebron to $1.99 for the Lions. Ryan Matthews, Silver Ice for the Chargers. Jimmy Garoppolo for the Patriots. My wife should turn up Desperate Housewives a little bit louder. I can almost hear the entire episode. Clear across the other side of the house. We got Hubbard, Saunders, Landry, and Sam. For the Bucks, Austin Seferian Jenkins. Jared Aberdarius for the Packers. Robert Quinn for the Raiders. Robert Quinn. Why is that name familiar? I might have to look at that. Bears, Will Sutton. That's why. Robert Quinn played in Dorchester, South Carolina. Well, not Dorchester. He played in South Carolina high school football. It actually might have been Fort Dorchester. Nah. What I got on in the corner is the Chiefs and the Panthers. I can honestly say I hit you a couple of Johnnies, though, Ben. Hopefully we hit you a Johnny before it's over with. Carey, Luan, Noy, Roby. Yep. Broncos. Chris Smith auto. Lewis Nix, Texans. Jordan Reed, Redskins. Cal Van Noy for the Lions. Chris Smith, anyone? I know I saw one of his cards earlier. I just didn't even look. Smith's Jags. Jaguars. Alright, Easley, Jackson, Sims, and Smith. Got a nice one for the Redskins. Robert Griffin III, RG3, jersey. James Wilder, blue to $4.99 for the Bengals. Golden Tate for the Seahawks. A Johnny Manziel mini for the Browns. You hate Golden Tate? Really? He won some big games for you guys. He made Russell Wilson get a divorce? How's that? There's a Johnny to $2.99 for the Browns. Red to it. Mac did his wife. Well, usually a quarterback likes to share with the receivers. Brandon Marshall for the Bears. There you go. There's some color. Fedoritz for the Texans. Kuechly for the Panthers. Craig Loston for the Cardinals. And 2 packs left. I'm sure we got an auto in here now. You like Tate now? Oh, we got an orange ice coming. Hopefully that's a big one. All the big players have got to be in at least. Hopefully there's one in this side and maybe in the other side. McCarron, Matthews, Atkinson, Buchanan. Of course, Andre Williams is a pretty good player. Dante Moncrief. 50 of 50 for the Indianapolis Colts. Orange ice. Aaron Rodgers, black. And a Cyrus Quandro for the Bills. Yeah, that was nice. Do you have the Colts? Okay. I'll check it out closer too. Yeah. I just realized that the Colts were one of the unsold teams. Can you believe that? Grimble, Joyner, Fedoritz to 199. Hill. I think that's it. That is it. Adrian Foster die cut for the Texans. Alan Hearns for the Jaguars. Wes Welker for the Broncos. And Jarvis Landry for the Dolphins. That is it for the break, fellas. I'll recap it real quick. Just the main hits. You got a whole stack of colored paper there. And minis. Alright. We got a Robert Griffin III jersey for the Redskins. Chris Smith auto for the Jaguars. Austin Jenkins for the Buccaneers. I will. Bradley Roby for the Broncos. Andre Williams for the Giants. And Andy Dalton jersey for the Bengals. Arthur Lynch auto for the Dolphins. Jerome Smith auto for the Falcons. Connor Shaw for the Browns. Got a jersey of Eric Decker for the Broncos. Devin Street for the Cowboys. That's an auto. A gold auto of Hashan Clinton Dix for the Packers. That is numbered 36 of 75. Marion Grice for the Packers. Damian Williams for the Dolphins. Ladarius Perkins for the Packers. Jersey of Prince Amakamara for the Giants. A Mike Davis, and for some reason the team for him is dropping from my mind. A George Atkinson for Oakland, base auto. And a CJ Fedoritz mini auto to 99, 56 of 99 for the Texans. Ahmad Dixon for the Cowboys. A Terrence Williams jersey for the Cowboys. A Cyril Richardson. And that team's dropping from my mind. Cody Hoffman for the Redskins. Trey Millard for the 49ers. And a orange Carlos Hyde was our first auto, 13 of 50.